He's one of the richest men in the world. He's given away a staggering $32 billion. But is the billionaire philanthropist George Soros at the heart of a global conspiracy?
I fear we could be looking at the biggest level of international political collusion in history.
They're called globalists. Oh, come on.
Allegations are multiplying of secret Soros plots, orchestrating violence on the streets of America, and masterminding a hoax bomb plot to bring down the president.
The whole thing is a complete fantasy. This is the politics of the 21st century.
Initial reports of an active shooter, one down in the Tree of Life synagogue.
This is a conspiracy theory with deadly consequences.
Suspects talking about all these Jews need to die.
So how did George Soros become the arch-villain? Born in 1930 to Jewish parents in Hungary, he survived the Holocaust to become one of the richest men and one of the biggest philanthropists in the world.
George Soros, as a person who studied philosophy, he always had a hankering to do more than simply make money.
Soros's fortune has given his Open Society foundations $1 billion a year to fund thousands of education, health, human rights, and democracy projects. Soros has pioneered a bold political approach to philanthropy, championing the rights of dissidents, migrants, and the oppressed. Starting in 1979, he focused on the former communist states. His foundations now operate in more than 120 countries around the world.
A democracy or open society only survives if it's tested. It's constantly in danger. It's constantly in danger of falling apart, and there must be some people who'll fight to preserve it.
From his New York base, he's made an incredible $44 billion through financial speculation. But he's accused of channeling his vast wealth in pursuit of a secret plan to overthrow governments, to control European politics.
Please join me in welcoming George Soros.
And to buy up the US Democratic Party, all to impose his own global vision.
So this is where I spend hours and hours and hours a day back in here.
Jim Hoft says he created his news and opinion website to expose the wickedness of the left and correct what he claims is the biased reporting of the mainstream media.
Our audience continues to grow, and it's because they trust what we're putting out there. I would say the media was with Hillary, and there wasn't a lot of conservative outlets that were with Trump. We were.
God bless Trump and God bless America.
Go Trump! Go Trump! Go Trump!
Jim Hoft champions Donald Trump's message that the global elite are destroying America.
That's Obama. That's Hillary Clinton.
And the worst enemy of the United States is on top, don't you know?
It's claimed one man embodies everything that's going wrong in America.
George Soros. George Soros is the biggest, largest donator to anti-American causes.
The Gateway pundit is determined to reveal the true George Soros.
People are so aware of his name now on the right that if you say it's Soros funded or that it's linked to George Soros, it immediately puts up a red flag. People in middle America sure see him as a globalist, see him as an elitist.
We don't want people pouring into our country. We have no idea who they are, where they come from.
We will build a great wall along the southern border.
There's one issue above all that's enraged the right. They claim George Soros wants open borders and has a secret plan to flood the country with migrants. In autumn 2018, thousands of migrants left Honduras bound for the USA. It was just a month before the crucial midterm elections that threatened to derail Trump's presidency. Immediately, the so-called migrant caravan was blamed on George Soros.
Do you think somebody's funding a caravan? Do you think everybody's paying for the caravan?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be
George
surprised.
Soros?
I wouldn't. I don't know who, but I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people say yes.
We don't fund caravans. We do fund policy change. We do look for ways to solve the crisis over migration, but that does not include the funding of caravans. Those are preposterous allegations made up by politicians and others who want to fuel hatred and fear.
The migrant caravan was filmed throughout its entire journey. Local charities were seen helping the migrants, but there's no evidence of Soros funding at any point. 2 weeks before the midterm elections, with the political temperature rising,